Good evening, and my name is Jorinda Robinson, and this is my public speaking, fourth speech. This is my audience, my friend James, my friend Orlana, my hubby Fred, my uncle Richard, my daughter Brianna is actually handling the camera. How many of you enjoy eating fast food? My daughter raised her hand, you can't see her. My weakness is actually McDonald's. Those who know me, McDonald's French fries specifically. And I try to cut back, but it's very hard to do so. According to fastfoodstatistics.com and answer.com, about 50 million people eat fast food on a regular basis in the United States and spending over $110 billion. Today, I would like to persuade you that eating fast food is unhealthy and it is linked to serious health problems such as obesity, diabetes, and kidney failure. First, let's talk about fast food linked to obesity. There have been studies on the link between obesity and fast food intake. But before we get into that, I just want to make sure everyone knows the definition of obesity. Obesity is defined as excessive body fat. It is usually caused by a diet that is high in fat, alcohol, or total calories. Calories consumed but not used as fat are stored as fat, which is under answer.com, and the topic is obesity. Studies also shown that 90% of the people who are obese are insulin dependent with type 2 diabetes. Also, once kids have type 2 diabetes, their lifespan is shortened on an average of 17 to 20 years compared to a healthy kid. That means if your 10-year-old is going to a fast food restaurant on a regular basis, you're contributing to him or her decreasing their lifespan by 17 to 26 years. So now that we've looked at how eating fast foods can cause diabetes, let's look at the link between eating fast food and obesity. In the last 5 decades, the portion sizes of some of the foods have increased by 600%. Which is under fatburnsecrets.com that stated that 600%. Now again, I just want to go over with you what obesity is because I sometimes confuse obesity with being overweight. Being overweight is any body mass or having a body mass between 25 to 30. And obese is having a body mass over 30. Now to put this in perspective, imagine that a family member came to you and said, I will pay all your bills, including your mortgage. Now, wouldn't you be excited? Because I know if someone came to me and said that they would clear all my debt, I would be excited. Now, it's not exciting to know that you have a greater chance of being obese, but hopefully it helps you better to understand the seriousness of being obese. Now that we have discussed the links of fast food, being obese, and diabetes, let's talk about the link to kidney failure. There have been studies that have shown that eating fast food on a regular basis can increase your chance anywhere from 30 to 50% chance of having kidney failure. Now, eating fast food on a regular basis can cause kidney failure and or even death. Now, from a personal experience, I know how hard it is to be health conscious. I know how hard it is when you go into a fast food restaurant to get a salad every time. But we have to be health conscious because of the seriousness that fast food is linked with obesity, kidney failure, and diabetes. And it's very important to be conscious about that because the last thing we want to do is to be a negative role model to our kids. And we definitely don't want to shorten their lifespan between 17 and 26 years.
Got a question.
So, what happens? So after, taking that in consideration, we need to definitely be more aware of that. In conclusion, I wanted to go over the sites that I've talked about and I've done my research. Under skudoo.com, it talked about is fast food killing you slowly. Under answer.com, talked about obesity, the importance of knowing the difference between obesity and overweight. Fatburn.com talked about the stats that I went over with in reference to the fast foods, and fastfood.com, again, both of them tied into the stats that I had talked about. In conclusion, I hope that you can see some of the disadvantages of eating fast foods. The disadvantages we discussed were obesity, diabetes, and kidney failure. Lastly, I would like to thank you for your time and your patience, and hope you have a good night.